drawer. There we go. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
We made it back. Just a little bit of technical difficulties, but we made it back.
We're here, and that's all that really matters. So hello to your mother for me. Let's get into our... Huh? You a fucking co-op?
You a fucking co-op?
Let's get into our introductions. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer. We are going to lead it off tonight with Dice Daddy himself, Justin Vilas. That's how you say that, right?
It isn't. I'm sorry. Oops, you caught me reading. Hi. Just a few shout-outs today. Shout-out to Roll20. Roll20 we've been using since, I want to say, the beginning of this campaign, which was in December or January. It's been so long. Basically, we have been practicing safe social distancing, and you should as well. And there's no better way to do it than Roll20. They have everything you need, including a super swaggy marketplace where you can find a bunch of things that you would need as a DM, such as tokens, maps, and a few people that I would like to shout out are Mythic Portal Games, Printable Heroes, Kev's Lounge, and the incomparable David Hemingway. I want him to be my best friend. You guys are going to get replaced. And then also I would like to shout out, of course, Cholula. Cholula, thanks for making grilled cheese not as white.
All right. That was a statement that you made. Up next, we have Josh Delgado.
Oh shit, that's me. Just two shout outs today. The first one is a big shout out to Sleep. I've heard a lot about you, and I hope to spend time with you one day. And as always, fuck you, Donovan.
Tried and true. I love it. I love it. Up next, playing socks so wonderfully, Carlos. Hey.
That's me. Hey. I also have two shout-outs as well. My usual one, like always, I'm going to shout out Random Encounter Productions for letting me work through some technical difficulties with them. I want to shout you guys, too, for dealing with my technical bullshit. Because I love you guys. But yeah, you can check Random Encounters out whenever you're not with us at Random Encounter Prod, P-R-O-D, on Twitch, and then Random Encounter Productions on everything else, such as YouTube, Twitter, so on and so forth, all social media. The other thing I want to shout out is to Redbubble. Our link is actually on the Junk Drawer Instagram. I've been trying to upload the new design like I promised last week, but I'm the one having the issues with the technology. So once that actually goes up, I will let Mike know so that we can make some form of post and let everybody know. So turn on your notifications on Instagram and you'll find out when that happens. Back to you, Pat.
Speaking of Mike Spillane, what you got, homie?
Yo, so make sure to follow us on the Junk Drawer Show on Instagram. For the first time this past week, we did a fight companion to UFC 251 between myself and Josh. We were joined by our friends Dakota and Craig for a little bit, so we had some guest appearances join us in the Discord. So that was super cool. So if you enjoy watching UFC fights, definitely want to check that out. I'll make sure that once we do have the updated links to Carlos's stuff, we'll get that posted on the Instagram as well for those that are following there, so that way you can know how to purchase Carlos's awesome art and help support some charities and support the stream as well. So we really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And yeah, go ahead. Take it away, Pat.
And I will go at the tail end like I always do. Thank my wife for letting me play Imagination with you fools every week. I appreciate her for that. And I want to shout out OCPS, Orange County Public Schools. Fuck you for making my wife go back to work because it's not safe, but you're going to do what you want because Donald Trump's America. Yay.
That's because DeSantis is a puppet.
More like ass puppet. Anyway.
Yeah, he is. Nailed it.
Just kidding, OCPS. I'm not really talking about you.
It's the other OCPS.
Allegedly.
Don't tell them, though.
Allegedly.
Orange County Private Soda.
That sounds delicious and exclusive.
She does sound kind of good. Did we just come up with a company?
Yeah,
I think we're
write it down. Get the domain,
it
Josh.
right now.
Put it next to Pocket Dogs. Put it next to Pocket
And Lemon Nozzle.
Kevin. They already
With
beat
all
Kevin.
that being said, Dice Daddy, whenever you're ready.
Okay. So previously on this shit show, we had our party in the ramifications of their alligator encounter. Half the party was eventually downed during last session, trying to basically move 2 sliding grates. Alder at one point decided to scout out the rest of the temple and found that it was just teeming with lizard folks that were onto the party and were just kind of biding their time and waiting very patiently. Eventually, Drummel, through role-playing, literally with Donner, was able to find the trigger for the grates to open, which was a trap in the floors, that eventually a stone staircase was met and the grates opened. Eventually, all 4 of our party members tumbled down into this very dark tunnel, shooting down. Meanwhile, Donner, while being out, got some flashes and had a very confusing vision of his old home before waking up, hovering about this much off the water before kerplunking right in with Drummel on his back. And that's kind of where we'll take it. So, Donner, you're kind of met with this cool rush of water as it just it's almost like you belly flopped into the water, but you didn't have the terminal velocity of going from all the way up from the hallway because you were able to
That's not
stop
as bad.
yourself. So
That's not as
you
bad.
and Dremel, Duncan, Alderthok, you're both kind of doggy paddling. The water's up to about where your necks are because you can't really kick down to the bottom. And the 4 of you are currently in a giant pool of water.
Do we see any kind of like surface or?
That.
It is fairly dark. Go ahead and roll investigations, guys.
Five.
I definitely just dropped a dice in my drink.
I got a natural 20, also a 28.
Okay.
Whichever
Got a
one's
7.
better.
Probably the natural 20, Josh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
And then what'd you
Like
get
8.
with your drink thing, Mike?
My third eye's open up.
I rolled a 7, but I'm rinsing off my dice real quick because it's covered in tea.
Put it in your mouth.
Sexy.
Do it.
You won't. So while Alder, Thok, and Donner, you're all kind of like kicking, and there's a slight panic moment. I mean, you guys literally just dropped from arguably a few hundred feet from the top of a roof just into a random body of water. Drummel, you kind of center yourself, and you see about 120 feet away is kind of like this stone platform that looks like it has a staircase that leads down.
Okay. Just kind of, once I situate myself, I look at Donner for a couple seconds. Do you catch my eye? Would you?
Yeah, I would. I
Okay.
mean, we're right next to each other, so.
All right. Yeah, so I just kind of have like a little skeptical look about myself, and then I turn to the rest of the group and say, hey, there's a platform that way. Let's get the fuck out of this. And start swimming that way.
Okay. And then everyone just be wary. If I text you things, just have your phone next to you. It's okay. Just don't be on it the whole time. So eventually the 4 of you are able to kind of swim your way over to this platform. Nothing bothers you. There is the occasional bump into something, but it's usually a stalactite or stalagmite. I don't know which one is which. And different kinds of sludge and algae that is growing in this very dark, I don't want to say dank, but dank cavern, eventually making it to that platform. And the platform, I would say, is it's probably like a 10 by 10 platform. So it's solid, substantial, and it looks like it's actually carved within the rock formation. So it's not like you're on a floating platform. It's a solid platform with a staircase that is going down. And Very similar to what you saw upstairs. It looks like the water is cooling down and going down these stairs, this staircase.
In the same sort of fashion that it was before, or
Yeah.
okay. So the steps are not wet.
No,
Okay.
there's a channel for it to pass through, and it looks like the steps haven't been used in quite some time, understandably, but the water is ever flowing.
Okay.
So do we just follow the water?
I think so.
I thought, can you help me out a little bit? I'm kind of I don't know how to say this nicely. Beat to shit.
Not looking so good.
Looking real bad, actually. It's not great. It's not great.
Yes. If it's not like how not great, like shit.
He was
shit,
just
not great.
out, and then he just woke up.
Oh fuck.
so-
Okay, then yes, I'm gonna do this then. I'm going to use my. Let me make sure that I can still do this. Yes, I haven't done it. Channel Divinity, Preserve Life. If what's your half? Whatever it is, if your half is 50 hit points or more, I can bring you up to half. So
My half is more than 50.
then
So
take 50 hit points.
That's
can
much better.
bring me to half. Got to do
I can,
maths.
yeah. My channel
Hold on.
divinity can only bring you up to half. I can't bring you past half.
Yeah. So you did a spell last week too. That gave me 22 hit points. So I have those. But I was just trying to figure out how many more I get. So I got it. I did the math. It's fine.
Okay, because anything left over, I can distribute.
Okay, so you have 12 more. Is it 50 max? Is that the
50
most?
max that I have.
Okay, so you have
yeah.
12 more hit points. You can.
Is there anyone
just
else that's
disperse.
under half?
I have. I mean, I'm above half. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be me, I guess.
Then they just go to waste. Because I'm at half.
You want me to punch you in the face?
No. You want me to punch you in the face?
No, I just wanted. I don't want them to go to waste. You know. It's...
I didn't want them either.
I cast Mage Hand. Can you give them to him?
Sure.
Shouldn't we be swimming?
And I'll pretend
We're-
to give him
we're
some
out of the
mage
water.
hand.
You're on the platform.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Thought
you
you
can
were
get
having
back
this
in if you
combo in
want.
the water.
Yeah, Alder's just still there swimming in the water. Shouldn't we get out?
What are you guys
we should
doing?
be swimming.
I'm working
So-
on my butterfly.
It's a lovely day.
We're inside, but
Yeah.
okay.
Wet armor
Um,
is heavy. Let's keep moving.
So where do we have to go now? Is there anybody got any ideas? Down the big scary staircase, or
Seems like the big scary stair space. Wow, I cannot talk today. The big
You
scary
get that?
stair way, whatever. Fuck. That's the only way to go.
I mean, we
Let's
can
take the
always
big
swim
stair.
down more, but I didn't like that last time. So
Yeah, that's not done too well for us so far.
I put my head in the water and see if I can see the bottom.
I touch his shoulder like I'm giving him guidance because I've seen it happen a lot, but I don't have that spell.
So you're just giving him like a reassuring hand on the shoulder,
Yes.
like you're doing great, sweaty.
Has
Thought,
no effect.
go ahead and roll an investigation at disadvantage for me.
Oh, cool.
But my hand.
It's no.
Okay, the first one's not bad.
The second one.
Actually, they both rolled the same, 17.
17. I mean, you can see different kind of dips and valleys, but you can't really see like a bottom.
And I don't see any like other passageways through the water.
No.
Okay. And I pop my head back up. Well, yeah, it seems like the stairs is the only way out of this area.
okay, then we go on the stairs. I guess.
Stairs it is.
DM, I'm gonna throw a second wind on myself.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know that.
Okay. On your sheet for me.
Yeah. And I'm gonna kind of hang back in hopes to see, like, catch Dremel's eye.
Okay, you do have some purchase. If do a performance check for me, because
Performance.
you're trying to be not suspicious. So
Don't
also-
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious.
Performance. 19.
19. Okay, so you're able to kind of slyly, without the other two kind of catching hold. Drem, you see that Donner kind of looks at you in this very odd way, like he's trying not to make eye contact, but like, dude, come over here. And the two of you kind of pair off. I'm going to assume Thok and Alder, you guys are going to go down first, kind of like you guys can go in rows and rows together, so like side by side.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
kind of lean over and hopefully out of earshot of the other two, just be like, "Hey, what happened? How long was I out for?"
You were out for a while, and then when you came back, you floated in the air without any wings. And the last time that I saw that, it was an exorcism.
Oh my god. That almost
Please
came out
roll perception check to see if he's seen an exorcism before.
I'd like to
You don't
see
know my
insight
life.
on the exorcism. I mean, I floated.
Were you
Like in
not
the air?
there?
I mean, I was, but I didn't like. I don't know, man. It was weird. It was weird. I kind of remember it, but I don't. And I mean, to be fair, when we first met, I told you I could fly. What I meant is I could float, I guess, question mark. I'm not sure, and I can't do it all the time.
So you can just sometimes fly?
And it's not even something I can do on my own.
So you are possessed?
Maybe.
I take a step back. And I clutch my holy symbol. I'm like, okay.
Not by anything scary.
Okay, then I let go of my holy symbol and take the step forward.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. It's
All right, let me. I'm gonna paint a picture for you real quick. This is how it went. And I cast
Okay.
minor illusion from like the top of the ceiling, or if it's
Okay.
like just like 2 feet up in the air. I don't need to do the whole thing. So you see right there, that's you,
yeah.
and that's me. And
Okay.
I'm carrying you down, and you slip. And it's like, oh no, shit, Donner's falling. Oh, so I jump in after, and I do like that thing, and I try to get really close to you. And then I
Yeah.
grab onto you, like, okay, I'm going to keep him safe. I'm going to keep this guy safe. And then as soon as we hit the ground, and this is all happening in the minor illusion, we're just there. Like we fell for like hundreds of feet and then just stopped. You didn't do that?
I mean, not on purpose. I mean, not to say that I wouldn't do that for you as my best friend. I would save your life, but it wasn't something that I did knowingly. I can recall it, but I don't know how to do it again.
Oh, you
Like
can't
if we were trying to get out of here, I can't. It's not like I can just like and go.
Yeah, see, I thought you couldn't recall it, so that makes sense. All right, well...
It's kind of fuzzy, but I remember looking at the sky and being like, "Hey, what's this?" And then water hit me in the face.
Yeah. Well, end of the day, thank you. Glad you're not possessed by anything evil. Really interested in what you're possessed by, but that's for another day. Let's find these goddamn tablets and get out of here, because I do not like this
Please.
dungeon, because that fucking puzzle was dumb as shit.
Oh, it was a puzzle? How do we get out?
Oh my god, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, it's fine.
You know that thing we thought was a trap?
Yeah.
It wasn't a trap.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This helmet's not doing shit.
Okay. So during this interaction, Alder and Thok, the two of you are, since you're kind of leading this, the two of you go down this very dark, it's not lit at all by any means, but the staircase is very straightforward as it goes down. it takes you a few actual minutes to go down the staircase. You actually feel the pressure in your ears kind of pop a little bit as you're going a little bit lower and lower below sea level to where you originally started. So not even in this chamber, but another chamber. And eventually you make it to where the source of the water is kind of going to. It's going to this very small kind of reflective pool. And as you do, you actually do see some arcane kind of sconces that are on that are shining a very dim light. In it, you see more chambers that are kind of webbing out. And it's going into this massive just under chamber. Best way I can describe it is it's more feet down of just nothing but water, but there is a platform that reaches and stretches, I would say about maybe about 30 feet from the edge of where the water starts going down, and there's another platform where there is this massive statue that, like I said, currently has arcane sconces around. Now you can attempt to get closer, and if you like, you can investigate the statue as well.
I definitely would like to get a closer look at the statue.
Okay.
Depending on how long we're going to be here, I might just kind of sit in the corner and try and get a short rest in.
Okay.
I'd poll the group before I made that decision, though. I'd be like, hey, can we take like a quick 30 so I can, not die again, hopefully?
I'm okay with that. I like you alive more than I do dead.
I mean, you had to carry me dead, so I get, that makes sense.
I've got first-hand experience, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine, and I'll pat him in the back, and I'll cast Death Ward.
Okay. Who did you cast Death Ward on?
Donner.
Donner. Got it. Okay. So, Alder, are you just going solo to the statue?
As long as everybody is in the room, yeah, because I am tentative.
Okay.
So I would like to get into the room, get a little, see where everyone likes to situate themselves, and then if everyone's comfortable, I will get a little bit closer.
Okay. Everyone, you can position yourselves.
I'll go with Alder.
Okay.
I'm going to just kind of kick it right there.
Kick it.
Just,
And then Thok, where are you going to be at?
I will be moving in a second when my computer decides to not be laggy.
Okay, no problem. But you can see the map because
I can. It just finally pulled up on me.
Okay. So, what I'll say is, while that is going on, Alder and Drummel, as you kind of get closer and closer to the statue, you kind of see it's on a pedestal, very large pedestal, almost like a crypt-sized kind of pedestal. So this statue is massive. It's huge. And on it is kind of this seal. It looks like a circle with a maze kind of all around it. And the statue is of a very large, it looks like a lizard. It has a very long tail that kind of goes out, very big bulbous head and very long features. It looks like it's in between like a mid snarl. So you do see that there are many different kind of razor sharp fangs that are kind of interlocked. And you see it has very tiny little arms and fingers.
And I'll just kind of lean over to Drem and be like, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Dremel thinks, and no, but to be fair, I didn't know what a lizard folk looked like before this either.
That's very true.
Okay.
Why are his arms so small?
I mean, I have no idea. I'm not familiar with this in the slightest.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? I'm going to assume you guys are by where the bridge is, but you're not at the statue itself.
Yeah, I'm not walking across that until everybody's ready to go, if anything.
Same. Is it underwater?
It is not.
Okay.
We'll just say for sake of argument that the bridge is not underwater. It doesn't have a overwater option.
Gotcha. Is
Because
this map also
we
by...
can't solve puzzles for shit, so...
Yeah, no, we're not good at them. Is this map also from David Hemingway?
It is not.
Oh.
If Donner's taking a break, I am gonna also take a short rest.
Okay.
Totally doing it.
I don't
Starting a
really care.
trend.
Okay. That's fine. I just gotta know what you guys are doing in the meantime.
Are you going to take your break near me so we could like chat?
Yeah. Here, I'll move myself.
I'd be like, kind of lean over as I'm sitting there. I'm kind of checking myself out, making sure, trying to get all the water out of my lungs because I'm sure there's some still in there.
There's still residuals.
Yeah, a little phlegmy. And I would just be like, Thok, did you see me when I went in the water? Like, did you see before I went in?
Did I see him? I don't
You
think I
did.
did. I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and Alder both saw him before he hit the water.
Yes, I did.
So, Drem said something, and I kind of think something, but I'm not sure if it's insane or not. So, what did you see?
Well, I saw you kind of float for us. How long was you floating? For like a second?
It was like a second or two.
Like a
Like you,
second or two?
enough for you to notice he was floating before hitting the water.
But you didn't hit the water like full on.
Cool. Okay.
That was
It's kind of what I thought happened, but I didn't. I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to figure it out.
Do you not remember doing it?
I do, but I don't. It's kind of fuzzy. I just remember being there and like opening my eyes and seeing up wherever we fell from, and then sploosh.
Well, maybe you just unlocked some potential that you didn't know you had before. I mean, I'm the last person to talk about weird shit happening to. I've somehow been able to tap into Manu's energy. So I don't see why.
Because you like
None of
talk to
us-
him? Is that what you mean? Like you talk to a guy that none of us see?
Yeah, but at least you know he exists. Like, you knew
I
who he
mean,
was.
I
Like,
don't know he exists, but I take your word for it.
but I never thought about it that way.
It's kind
He
of a state
exists.
of mind.
Yeah, just because he's in my mind doesn't mean he doesn't exist.
It's true.
Anyways, but yeah, like we could all potentially have potential abilities that we don't know about or haven't tapped into. Maybe you've just unlocked a new ability.
Well, maybe I've unlocked an old ability.
You forgot to defense curl and you learned levitate.
I want to fly or surf, one of the two. Those come in handy here, but that's it.
Strength.
I got that one. It's fine. I got the TM for that.
But yeah, so who knows? Maybe once we get out of here and we have time to kind of chill for a bit, you could try again, see if you can harness it or control it.
Well, I'm glad you didn't make me feel any more crazy than I was. Because
I mean, I'm talking to a dead person that randomly pops up every once in a while. Like, I'm the last one to call anyone crazy.
hey, I mean, it could be worse. You could be a guy that grew up somewhere and not even know where it is. So,
I am a guy that grew up somewhere and doesn't know where it
we're the same. Don't tell Dremel. He'll get very jealous. Don't just keep that to yourself.
At that
Okay.
moment, Dremel looks back and sees them talking, but he shrugs it off.
Okay.
I don't want to get in between you two. It's fine.
And I'll just kind of put my my hand on Thok's shoulder and be like, "Look, it's not. All jokes aside, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to get out of here and see more about what is your thing about. You know, you've got a dead guy kind of hanging out with you or something. Get on the boat and just kind of see what we see.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we're going the right direction because we can't go back the way we came. So,
Nope.
and there's only one direction to move from here. So,
Lord knows when we get out of here, we're gonna have to fucking fly or something.
oh, I don't like flying. That cloud thing just fucked with my stomach, and yeah, no. I'd rather stay on the land or on the sea.
Well, hopefully we'll get to the sea soon.
Agreed.
And Donna's just going to kind of stare off into space after that. Just trying to kind of process everything.
Okay. So, I mean, the 30 minutes goes by pretty well without really a bad hitch. Okay. What else are we doing?
During that time, if we're waiting for the short rest to stop or to finish, I'm just gonna kind of mess around or look around at the different things around the room, like those statues spitting out water. I want to cast Frostbite into one of the streams of water to see if it freezes or not.
Okay. I'll say that when you put Frostbite, you're able to kind of first it starts going to a sludge before hardening into a crystallized stream, and the water has nowhere to go, so it just kind of goes to the other streams.
Cool. Do I learn anything else about the room in further investigation?
Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
15.
So you're kind of looking at this the symbol that's on the under the statue, and you're concentrating on it, and you're thinking back to when you were a kid in school, in class, and your teacher was very boring, and some of your classmates would fall asleep. But you remember during lessons about the primordials, different primordial gods like Ubtaos, and you actually recognize this massive labyrinth of a maze is the symbol of Ubtaos.
Okay. Then as the 30 minutes rounds to a close, I think I'll mosey back on over to where Donner...
Just kidding.
No, if you walk over, that's perfect too, because I would have been walking around. So I just try to reconvene with everyone. Oh, do you mean this symbol here on these little...
No. It's going to be literally under the statue.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Here.
Cool. Then yeah, I'll just... Once I feel that the 30 minutes is about done, just try to reconvene with everyone. And, yeah, role play.
So we're going across this creepy bridge.
I think so.
Before we do that, DM, do I notice anything as far as like wildlife or anything in the water at all, or is it completely barren of life?
It's barren of life as far as like animals go. There's the occasional algae and different vegetation that you would get from this kind of climate, but nothing that's really living outside of like maybe small newts and whatnot. Nothing big.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So should I go first, or what's the plan?
He can go first. I cast Mage Hand and make him stand like Glover.
Yeah.
But if you want to accompany him, that's not a bad idea.
Sure. And I'll grab his hand and literally grab his hand, and we'll just kind of stroll across the bridge. I'm gonna go this way to here.
Okay.
I traveled this path, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I guess if there's any traps or anything, I just walk right into them.
No, everything is fairly sound. Don't any step out of place. You're just met with this massive labyrinth of a seal that it has kind of a center, and it has several kind of openings at the outer ring of it. that you could assume there's if you were to trace your finger along, you could probably like do a maze kind of thing.
Can I try and solve it?
Sure.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Go ahead and roll that intelligence for me.
Yeah, this is gonna go so good. Natural 1.
So you look at it and you go, and just headbutt it. No, you just look at it and you eventually, like, you start at one place and then you just keep hitting a wall and you're like, okay, let me go back. And you just keep trying to trace and it's not happening.
I eventually just kind of run my finger through all the way to the end,
You're
and
like,
I just turn and look.
"Got it."
I look at everyone behind me and I go, I'm Donna. I'm big and strong. I just went through the wall. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I solved it.
Did you? Because nothing's happening.
I mean, maybe I didn't solve it his way, but I did it my way.
I like that. You should write a song about that.
Sure.
You seem like you're
I
good
did
at
it my
music.
way.
Yeah. And so Dremel kind of straightens up his back, cracks everything. He's like, all right, let me give this a go.
And I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder and just say, "Be careful. That thing looks scary," and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Okay.
Thank you. So I walk up to it. Do I see anything in the statue that looks like it can articulate? Like a limb or hair?
Like, is it alive?
Is it alive or is it a movable statue? Either way, just some sort of articulation.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Where'd
He
my
didn't
die go?
say no, so
Yeah, because I mean, like anything like it could be a lever, it could be a statue that's alive. Natural 20.
I mean, you don't really see like parts of articulation. I mean, to an extent, it's something that was carved and put together.
Right. Okay. Then I continue going at the statue or the maze, and I'll start trying to solve it as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
With a D4, because that's what I gave you guidance for, not for the other check.
So it's a natural 1.
Oh, good.
Altogether, though, doesn't
5?
matter.
No.
Yeah. What
So
is it? 5.
you are also stumped. You're like, you're already frustrated by the first puzzle, and now you're trying to oversimplify it because you're like, the last puzzle I was overthinking it. Now you're underthinking it.
I'm just gonna lean over in his ear and be like, "Run through the walls. Just do it that way."
And I run through the walls. Yeah, I like your solution better. Fuck this statue.
I'll regrettably give it a go.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead and roll a intelligence check for me.
And I'm casting guidance on myself because I need it. You said intelligence, right?
Natural 1. Do it.
Yes.
Join the club.
And it's a check, not a save.
It's a check.
6.
Doing great. You're
I mean-
also having trouble with this.
It looks like a puzzle, and I haven't gotten to the puzzle chapter of my book yet on how to be a good person. So that's chapter
cover
12.
Puzzles in there?
Yeah, it says people are puzzles and puzzles are fun. So that's what one of the chapters was. I don't know. Ashiki's a weird guy, but
Yeah, because he wrote the book.
it's his book. It could have been written by him. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, puzzles I still haven't figured out yet.
Sock, what are you doing during this?
I walk up and I'm just watching them.
As you watch them, you see you feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn around, and Manu is looking at you, and he goes, "Your friends are idiots."
Thank you.
Who said that?
Don't know.
I just look at him, I roll my eyes, and I look at the puzzle, and I'm just like squinting, trying to see if I could figure it out in my head. knowing not that I'm not that smart.
And
I'm like,
you look at it, and a few seconds pass, and Manu goes, I can smell like fire burning from your ears. You're thinking too hard.
then why don't you help me?
And he looks and he goes, try starting from the center and working your way out.
So I'll do that. I'll start from the center
And work your way out.
and work my way out and see if I can figure it out.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check with no negatives. Just a straight roll.
15.
15. So you're kind of like looking at it, and he's kind of like, you guys are back a little bit, so you're kind of shoulder to shoulder, and you're looking at it, and he's looking at it with you, and you actually find the centrifuge. There are several different ways to go in, and it looks like there's 2 different ways to kind of go out of the maze, and if you really kind of connected them together, it'd be one long kind of chain. So you do figure out what the puzzle is.
I just walk up to it. I'm like, I figured it out. Do we want to solve the puzzle?
I'm sorry, you said you figured it out?
Yeah, all by myself. And I just like glance at Manu and just glance back at them.
No, he just crosses his arms and rolls his eyes as you see him, and he just walks across the other side of the bridge and sits.
Without going through the walls?
Yeah.
That's a good question. That was a good follow-up.
It's a valid question.
Because we both solved it with the Donner method, which is going through the walls.
The Donner method. I've never heard of this method.
Oh, it's real simple. You just go through the walls and go wherever you need.
Can you show me?
Do you have like a
Yeah.
catchphrase you scream when you go through the wall?
Donna Smash. It's kind
okay.
of.
Ah, got it. Get out of my way. And I'll go and I'll solve the puzzle.
Okay. So are you starting from one angle and then just kind of doing one big line? Or are you starting from the center and branching out? Or how are you doing it?
Well, I would take Manu's advice and I would start from the center and
Okay.
branch out.
Okay. So as you do, your finger kind of, when it touches, it kind of radiates this yellow light within the actual stone itself. And you trace it out, and you're able to escape the first part of the maze, and it stays glowing like that, just kind of almost like it has this dull kind of heartbeat.
And then do I... because you said there's another way out the other side, right?
Yeah.
So I'll start from the center and go out the other side.
Okay. And then with the other finger, you start to trace out, and it's more of that yellow, dull kind of light. And as you kind of flick out, you see it kind of hum a little bit. And you hear the stones under you kind of morphing and forming as these platforms start to kind of raise, and this entire square foot has become level with the 2 platforms. As you see this massive slit in the middle of the slab, as it kind of opens, and you see that there are things inside. However, at the same time, you kind of see this arcane kind of wind and mystical, almost like dust particles of golds and silvers, as it kind of spreads out, and then it just goes in that full kind of square footage of the room. So it kind of covers like this whole thing. And so everything is just kind of covered in this very light dust as the 4 of you are kind of looking at each other. And Manu goes, I think you got glitter bombed.
I turn around and I'm just like,
That's when you put glitter in the post, and then someone opens it that you don't like, and then they get glitter everywhere.
Gonna put that on my interesting pinboard.
You should. So as you guys kind of hear this, or you guys are having this interaction, you kind of hear stone grinding on stone, as it is not articulating, almost like it's moving in a fluid movement, as this massive kind of statue with very tiny little arms and a very big head starts to move.
Oh,
So it's
Yes.
articulating.
It's not articulating. I told you it's in a fluid movement. It doesn't have joints, Dremel. As this very massive beast forms, and it's completely made out of stone. As it kind of looks down, if it had lungs, it would breathe in, and it just roars this massive roar as its mouth opens. And I would like the four of you to roll for initiative.
Oh, cool. So this is a T-Rex, it looks like, right?
It's a T-Rex made out of stone.
It's a
Great.
god.
Great. I love
It's
it.
a
Great.
cow. That's the stats demons. Okay. So we will start in the usual way, 20s and above. Cool.
Yes, please.
15 and above.
19
19.
Ooh. Who has what's your dexes?
plus 3.
Plus 3.
Whose dick is bigger?
Oh yeah, we've done this before. Who would like to go first?
Donna.
Okay. We'll put Donner first, Alder second. 10 and above.
10.
please.
And the
I'm a
cleric
cleric.
goes last.
Fuck,
Again. 7.
Okay. Okay, so it is the top of the round, and Donner, you are up with this massive. It is huge in size.
Oh, sweet.
So, dinosaur.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my long sword? Question mark. I don't even remember what I have. Yeah, long sword, and I take 2 hacks at it. I guess.
Okay.
First one is gonna be 17,
17 will hit.
and the second one will be a natural 1.
That won't hit. So with the 17, go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is. Okay. I've got this. I've done this before. That is a 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15. With the second hit, you do hear a crack in your longsword.
Sweet.
Okay, so let me get that up. 15. Cool. What else you doing?
I will, I'll burn my action surge,
Okay.
and I'm going to throw magic missile at him, 4th level.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Yeah, I think that's 4. Yeah, 4 darts. So, come on, D4. Can we roll that? Damn it. 2, 6, 12, 13 points of damage.
13. Okay. Perfect.
And that's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I
13.
got.
Okay. Excuse me. Alder, you are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by just taking like a couple steps back.
You're going to talk to him? Is that what you're going to do?
No, I learned my lesson there. Not talking to it. This also is looks like it's made out of rocks. The other thing was real and material, and could have potentially reasoned, because that's what he believes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim more towards the back of it, and I'm going to take a piece of black rock out of my pouch, and I'm just going to go ahead and basically say, you're going to stay right there, and I'm going to smash it into the ground, and I'm going to cast Erupting Earth towards its hind legs.
Okay.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay. Okay. It got a natural 20.
Cool, so it'll take half damage.
Okay.
So 22 points of damage, so 11 damage.
Okay.
The ground there is difficult terrain until cleared, so it would take 1 minute to clear by hand. So,
Okay.
so he is completely in difficult terrain at the moment.
Okay, so that's just half.
Yep.
His speed. Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, and it's bludgeoning damage, just so you know. I
Okay.
would mention that.
Gotcha. No problem. Okay. So it is now Drummel's turn, unless you have anything else, Alder.
No, that'll be the end of my turn.
3. Okay.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you guys hear the battle music I'm trying to add in? Is that coming through at all?
I hear
I can hear
like
something.
it's coming through your microphone.
Yeah. Okay. I figured I'd try it. I'm also going to drop back where Alder is, so 5, 10. Do I still have half speed?
Yes.
Okay, so I get 15. So I'm back here, and I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
Okay.
So let me draw a little square. Sorry, Mike.
You're good.
Be right there, right over his heart.
Okay.
And that'll be it. That's my turn.
Okay. And then Thok, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be like shit, and I'm gonna move back.
Oh, it's fine, guys. I'll just be here.
No one told
You
me to
got
do
Death
that.
Ward.
Yeah, you're Death Warded. You're fine.
Perfect. It's going to be great.
But as I move, I just take a 5 steps back, and then I'm gonna slam my mace against the shield and cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
So I need him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Okay. 11.
Ooh, that's a fail. So that's 18 necrotic damage.
Oh, I thought he was going to
wait.
say like
I
18
lied.
dice. I was like,
No, I lied. I forgot that it's not D8s, it's D12s because he's been damaged.
Okay, go ahead and reroll.
1, 2, 3, roll. That will be 18 necrotic damage.
Okay,
So-
the Lord wanted it.
That's how. Yep. It's meant to be.
Okay. Let me see here. Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
Perfect. Okay. It is Stone Rex's turn. Okay, so
I wonder who he's going to hit, guys.
I don't know.
Probably the bulky
answer may shock you. Just kidding. 24 hit you, Donna?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also rolling the Moonbeam damage.
Okay, go ahead.
13 if he fails, 7 if he succeeds. It's a con save of 16.
Con save of 16. Okay. Just give me one moment, please.
Something tells me since he's made out of rock, his constitution is probably good.
Wisdom is bad.
Noted.
So he rolled 12 and his con is 4, so 16.
So 7 points. of damage.
7 points. Okay. And then, Donna, you're going to take 29 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
What kind of attack did he do?
It was a bite attack. Sorry. These massive stone jaws kind of bite into you as you are grappled. Very familiar of the crocodile grapple. And then it's going to use its second attack and move forward at half speed because it really doesn't need the half speed.
With Donner in his mouth.
With Donner in his mouth, he is going to use his tail and hit Thok with it.
The fuck?
Does a 17 hit?
The fuck he is gonna hit me. Nope.
Okay. So you see this massive stone tail come around and you just bat it off with the shields as it roars back as it has Donner, you are currently in its jaws and you are currently up.
Yeah. What can I do?
Well, grappled is you can't move.
Right.
Okay.
So you can
Some of an
attempt to
action.
Or if you have a spell, kind of like what you did before with the alligator, you have options.
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna try and stab him with the sword. I'm gonna take it over my head and kind of try and stab in his face.
Okay.
Big dumb stone dinosaur face. That is a. Sorry, I went off on the wrong screen. 24 to hit,
24 will hit.
and I'll do it again.
Okay.
And that's 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Okay. Can we roll that? And it's the same thing, so that's cool. 7 points of damage.
7 points. On the first hit, you're able to kind of wedge the between the cracks in the stone. You're able to kind of wedge and chip away. With your second attack, you kind of hit back down, and you hear the longsword crack again and creak.
Okay. While I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of just shout out to the group. Hey, guys, I really appreciate when you run away when I'm fighting monsters. It makes me feel really good. And that's it. I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Alder, you're up.
Cool. And I'm just gonna be like, I like to fight from a distance, and in doing so, I'm going to what's going to be my best option here? Well, let's see here. That actually is probably not helpful. Oh, that's a touch, so that's not going to work. I'm going to. What's my distance here? I'm within 30 feet, right?
Use your measuring stick, but I would say yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Like 20
Okay.
feet. Not even.
Cool. All right. In that case, I'm literally just gonna look out at him. I'm going to go ahead and make a quick arcane motion, and I'm going to say decompose, and I'm going to cast blight at 4th level. So that'll be a con save, but yeah.
Okay, what does Blight do?
Blight does necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Okay. So you said it's a con save?
Con save, correct.
Okay. Okay. Lord wanted it. It is a 14.
That is a fail.
Okay.
That's not good.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Stop.
I actually
And a
just watched
whammy.
that yesterday.
24 points of necrotic damage with that blight.
Okay. Jeez. Kiss your mom with that mouth?
That was
Please
funny.
He does. He does. Yeah.
It wasn't a trick question like, do you kiss your mom or not?
Yeah. Yes, she's a
But
sweet
not in
lady.
like a sexual way.
Hi,
like her
Mom. I
only
love
as a
you.
friend.
Regular voice. Love you, Mom. I know you watch sometimes.
Miss Blaine, if you want to just DM us the mic pillow, you can.
Oh, she will. She loves that thing too much.
Okay. Anything else, Alder?
No, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Drummel, you are up, sir.
All right. Now, how do we decide that Misty Step worked? Do I take anything that I have in my hand with me?
I believe so.
So if I were to put a person in my hand, I could Misty Step with them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
And Misty Step drop a daughter out of the mouth.
I was hoping. Then I yell, "I will not apologize for being hobbled." And I take 15 more steps back.
Okay.
And I cast a Chill Touch.
Okay.
So does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Then I do nothing else.
Okay, and you see kind of this icy sheen go against this stone exterior as Donna, you're still kind of in the clutches of this thing, and Doc, you're up, man.
All right. Since it swung at me, I'm pissed. I'm going to stick my tongue out. I'm going to bite it so that
Okay.
it's bleeding. I'm going to spit the blood in my mouth or in my hand. I'm going to
Okay.
ball up a fist and point at it and cast Bane. And it needs to do a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma is one of its specialties. It can talk its way out of any situation.
Oh, I bet it can.
15.
Fail. So now it's a negative D4 to saving throws and attack rolls.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. I have my D4 here.
Okay.
Anything else?
And I will be at the ready for it to try to swing at me again.
Okay. It already has Donner in its mouth, so it's really not going to do anything else as far as trying to. It doesn't have a tummy, so it can't eat you.
Does it have a tummy?
But it would if it had a tummy, if this was a real T-Rex and not a stone one. So it's going to hit twice with its tail. So Thoth with the D4. 14 with the first one.
Miss.
I know that misses. That's a little bit better. 25.
Ah, fuck you.
It rolled a 19, and I rolled a 4.
I also have the moonbeam damage ready for you.
Okay, give me one sec. Okay, what did I say it was? Sorry, I had to alter the monster here.
Ooh, altered beasts.
So take 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and then what's the save again, Drummel?
16 Constitution.
Okay. And okay, it did not make it. So go ahead and give me the damage.
13.
Okay.
And I rolled a natural 20 on concentration for Bane.
Perfect. Okay. So we will keep moving right along. Okay. So it is now Donner's turn. You're back up.
Cool. I'm going to stab it 2 times again. Same sword.
All right. Roll your damage.
Let's fucking roll the dice, literally. That's a 29,
29 will hit.
Allegedly.
and that's a 17.
Both will hit.
Cool. Finally. First attack is 10 points of damage,
Okay. 10.
and the second one is 12 points of damage.
Perfect. Okay, so bits and more pieces of this thing is just coming off as you're chipping away at it. Some of the arcane magic is starting to decomploralize as it's lifting up its legs, and sometimes it doesn't come with it at times. Alder, you are next up.
Cool. Just because I'm like, quick question: throughout the fighting of this thing, have we noticed that like anything kind of does have like more of an effect or less of an effect than anything else?
You've noticed that magic has been more effective as opposed to just regular damage.
Cool. Okay. That's basically what I just needed to know. So in that case, you're just gonna see me pop up a little ball of fire in my hand, and then I'm just gonna like bocce ball style roll it at it in a attack using produce flame. And that's a 13. That's unlucky.
Okay, 13 will not hit.
Next time I'll overhand it, and that'll end my turn.
Okay, Dren, you up.
It's me. All right. I will take 2 steps to the side. No, I'll just stay where I'm at. Stay where I'm at. I will once again cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
And I kind of do a little spin motion, and I say, "See your death." And it is 25. Does that hit?
25 will hit. Yes.
That's off.
You guys are just trying to do catchphrases now, and I appreciate it.
3. 19 points of necrotic damage.
19. Okay. Okay. It is now Fox's turn.
Okay. God, I hope this works. Let's see. I'm going to grab some clay, smear it on my hands, run, and I'm going to try to jump and grab its jaws.
Mm-hmm.
And do I grab its jaws where, like, I don't know how high up he is, so.
I mean, I'll say that his head is fairly low from
Okay.
the angle that he's kind of snarling at you and moving. You're within the range, I'm guessing. I have an idea of what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab its bottom jaw and say open wide and cast Stone Shape
Okay.
to
Unhinge
drop-
it,
unhinge his bottom jaw.
and
Essentially
you do
melting
so.
away.
You melt down the bottom jaw, and he's just like the Steven dinosaur.
That
was
fucking awesome.
As
That was so
Donner
dope.
Donner actually drops, and you actually go, "That was fucking awesome!" Kind of
It was-
scramble.
Fuck, that was fucking awesome. It was great.
great.
I loved
Get
it.
the fuck out of there. And
What do you mean? He's
anything-
still alive?
I'm gonna stand with the shield between me and Donner and that thing. That fuck doesn't know what it is.
So I'm gonna
And
do that, and then we'll just say, for sake of argument, Doc, you're on top.
ew.
Okay, so because it doesn't have a jaw anymore, it can't bite things, so it's gonna hit you with its swoopy tail.
Minus D4.
Minus D4. It did crit.
Fuck you.
Even with its D4, I mean, I'm still gonna treat it as a crit, because I would do that for you guys.
Of course.
So give me one moment, I'm just gonna pull some dice up.
Okay.
Just because I don't feel like rolling it that many times.
I already rolled concentration, but obviously, like,
That's good.
I'll tell you after.
Okay, so Thok, you were going to take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Concentration was 21.
21.
It's not even that bad.
20, 26. Got it.
Was that?
So that's not even that bad.
It's not. No, the teeth are worse. The teeth are D10s. So
Yeah, I
you did
know.
a great job with getting, you don't know how much. How many D10s?
11d6.
That's dangerous. Okay. So it is now Donner's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna run up and stab it some more.
Cool.
Stabby, stab.
Go ahead and roll your damage, or roll your attacks.
That's all I can do. 14.
14 does not hit.
Cool. I'm gonna attack again. 27,
27 will hit.
and that's 14 points of damage.
14 points. Okay. Donner, how would you like to destroy it? But your sword will be destroyed in the process.
It's fine. Donna's not attached to material things like that. He's just gonna kind of run the sword through the back of the head. He's gonna kind of run up in the big open mouth thingy, and he's just gonna shove the sword through the head of the dinosaur stone thingy.
Okay. As you do, you see the other edge of the sword kind of pierce through the stone. And as you try to wedge it back out, the handle just kind of snaps off, and you just kind of have this sword handle that you kind of throw behind you as the rock and rubble starts to break down and dissipate as the T-Rex is no more. And behind it is a massive, almost like tomb of stuff. So,
Oh, tomb of stuff.
who would like to go in?
Yeah.
I would
do.
also like to say before that, is it possible to fillet a giant rock lizard? Because I think that's what happened.
Heads up, I
Kinda
just
makes
lost
food.
Josh.
Yeah, I went back a screen. I'm resetting now.
Oh,
Oh no. Yeah, the stream looks really cool, so let's give it a quick second.
Yeah.
that was a good place to do it, too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna walk in.
No!
No. Sir.
Okay. Inside, you see different piles of things, and you do see amongst these two kind of slate slabs with writing on it. I will tell you what else is there, but I'm going to turn the fan on and leave you with this because I also need to get another beer. The four of you have leveled up to level 12. If you'd like to level up on stream, you can.
Ooh.
I'll be back.
Level up.
Google gobble one of us.
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to make a separate video like we did for 11?
I can cut out. I'll take the time signature and I'll cut it out so that way I can edit it. So we're at a minute
just
10
do it
right
now.
now.
Cool.
Why not?
I just have to
Or
decide.
an hour 10, not a minute 10. What the fuck am I saying? I'll put it at an hour 9, so that way I should be able to have it and try and edit something together. I'm still in character. I'm so excited.
Me too. Maybe you guys aren't going to leave me alone anymore.
No, it's all with you. We're only leaving you alone. That's how.
Don't run into tubes without checking, then.
I mean, you guys just kind of abandon me
Right.
sometimes, so
It's only because we trust you and we believe in you.
I'm going to pretend like you mean that, and I like it.
Oh shit! There's decisions at this level.
Oh, for y'all, not for me.
Yeah, I think I got decisions too. See, this
Yeah,
is where I
I
want
haven't-
the book.
Oh, that is not the dice that I want to roll.
I'm gonna text Justin real quick to make sure that my decision was something that we both agreed with.
Nice. Well, I just rolled for hit points.
Show the camera.
I'm trying.
Is that
What's
11?
that?
It's an 11, but
Hell
I
yeah.
can't.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, I'll
What
be right
happens
back.
when you take another level in Barbarian?
Oh, I'm not gonna touch my character sheet though. I'll just remember, because I just remembered that if I touch it on D&D Beyond, sometimes it resets your hit points completely.
Oh, you just have to be careful when you do that. Like,
I'll remember. I don't get much at level 2 Barbarian. I remember what it is. But yeah, level 2 Barbarian. Whoop,
Yay.
whoop. 6, nice.
what we got a 6.
That's a pretty dice too.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had this one for a little while. I like it.
5.
I got a 5.
All right, I'm gonna roll both potentials because I don't know what level I'm taking yet.
Oh,
Oh, God. How cheap.
Well, we wanted to do this
Hello.
on stream, and I didn't have time to think about it.
I mean, do you want to just do yours later?
I'll do mine later. They were the same
Okay.
number either way, so
Oh, it was meant to be. That's happened 3 times today so far.
So I'm guessing everyone, but it seems like Dremel has leveled up.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'll give Dremel some time. I'll tell you what else is in the room. So, Connor, as you were the first one in, you see a pile of copper pieces, which result to 200 copper pieces. There is a very large kind of pile of silver silver pieces, which are equates to 7,000 silver pieces. There is a small kind of gold pile, which will result in 1,900 gold pieces. Go ahead and roll an investigation because there are other things within the area.
What was copper?
Yeah, I missed the numbers. Could you repeat that one more time?
200 copper, 7,000 silver, 1,900 gold.
19.
19,1900.
Correct. No,
Yes.
for me, my investigation was a 19.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You do see within the area, there seems to be kind of this throne. It looks almost like it's just a pile of linen. You see that there is a dusty old mace. There is a empty wooden carved bowl. There does seem to be a great sword in there as well. You do find a leather bracer with the word glory on it. There's also a wooden ocarina and a stone, like this amethyst stone, that kind of has around it swirling arcanely, kind of like this fog.
Mhm.
And all the way in the corner of the room, you can kind of see rolled up. It just seems to be like a floor, like tapestry.
I'm going to take all of that and just put it in my bag. And whatever I can't put in my bag, I'm going to carry. Like, I'll attach the mace to my back. I'm going to put the greatsword somewhere else, and just be like, "Hey guys, I got everything. Let's go." But like, hey, grab the money because I don't have that much space. So
Dremel will start taking all the money, putting it in various pockets and pouches that he happens to have. Also,
hey, that gets divided up evenly, sir.
I know you got to share those weapons too.
Maybe.
Also, I got a 5.
Hey, we got fives together.
Yeah, high 5.
Oh my God, five brothers.
Twin
Hey, Thok, we're brothers too, because we got more than that.
dips.
Wow, that seems like a stretch.
I mean,
Okay.
so is Dremel and Alter being brothers.
No, not if I talk like this.
So
So we'll take all the money and we'll take all the weapons. Are the slabs
And the
in here?
slabs. Yeah, the slabs
slabs
are
are
in
in.
there too.
yes.
How
And then I'm going to just go up and kind of do a quick investigation of the slabs before we pick them up and gather them. Just taking a look at them. Let me make sure what spells I have prepared. Cool. I don't have anything prepared to help. I just want to take a quick investigation just to make sure that they do look like what we were sent for.
I can detect magic if you want, but I could only do it one more time.
I
No,
would
it's
wait.
okay.
Just wait.
I just want to make sure that
what
they
else
look
are we
like
gonna? What else are we gonna get in here? You know, there's nowhere else to go. So
True.
I just want to make sure that the image that he put in my head, these are them.
I mean, they look a little bit different, but you can, attest that these are them.
Well, if I said I was investigating, I rolled an 18 as well, if that helped.
It did. It's the only slabs that are in the crypt.
Cool.
okay, so
Looking at the slabs, do any of the words look familiar to what I copied down?
One of the slabs does have a similar kind of text to it. The other one looks to be more of an earlier kind of language.
Oh, so not the same language?
Grab and go?
yeah, I mean, where are we gonna go? How do we get out of here? That's
That
my
was
next.
my second question.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, let's get out of here. How do we get out?
Well, the only thing that I'll say is, obviously, I think we have to go back from whence we came. But on top of that, remember there's a lot of lizard warrior folk that are probably going to be waiting for us as soon as we get to the exit. So, yay.
What if... Now, Donner, you had a good idea with the maze, where you just went through the wall. What if we just go through these walls, and then we're outside?
I mean, how about just throwing this out there too? If Thok can stone shape us in here, we can take a long rest, and Alder can just cloud us out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a risk. It's a big risk.
I mean, if we take watch, we're diligent. I mean, we just killed their guard stone lizard thing. So maybe they'll respect us more, or...
Well, I can only stone shape one more time. And I can create a passage through a wall, but we don't know which way is out.
Can you stone shape us to the ceiling? Like a wasp nest?
I think that's too much area. It's too big. Because last time I used stone shape multiple times to create what we were in, I could only stone shape once.
I thought that was just once. Because
That was multiple.
couldn't you make... Don't you get like a... How does it read again?
I can only do 5 feet in any dimension at a time. So if I cast it multiple times, I can keep adding more 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet. But I could only do a 5-foot cube of stone.
Right, but if you
I
take
can
that
create
5-foot...
passageways and doorways.
If you take that 5-foot cube and make a wall that's only 6 inches long or thick, that's how we did the dome.
Like cubic.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you
Like
get
instead of
25
5 feet.
cubic feet, right?
Yeah, it's 5 cubic feet.
It's
5 by 5 by 5.
Yeah, it's 25.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think we did this last time.
Yeah.
I think it's 25.
Or 125?
No one told me how to do math. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's
if that's how we did it last time, then yeah, I can do it one more time.
because you could. I mean, with 125 cubic feet, you could realistically. Oh, the map's gone. You could realistically create a false wall for us to hide behind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's assuming they don't realize that it's a false wall.
Yeah, or like a wasp nest up in the ceiling.
How are we gonna get up in the ceiling?
Look, I just come up with the ideas. You guys figure out how to do them.
Guys, I think we just... can I look at that tapestry and see if there's anything special about it?
Sure. It is. There are different ornate kind of threading about it. It's a 3 foot by 5 foot tapestry, and as you look at it, Thok, you kind of hear Manu kind of shift, and he goes, scoffs a little bit as you see, as you unravel the tapestry, you see it kind of hover a little bit.
Oh, cool. This is what I thought it was. Great. This is a flying carpet, but I don't know how we're going to get all on here.
Well, Dremel takes a step onto it. Let's see.
How much do you weigh, Dremel?
I don't remember. 311.
311?
Yeah.
Amber
Okay.
is the color of your energy.
Yeah.
As you put your foot down, it hits the floor with the carpet under it.
Well. Yep. Doesn't work. It's broken.
Okay. I'm going to sit on it.
How much do you weigh?
220.
220?
Yeah.
You stand on it?
Yeah.
Okay. It stays above the ground. It bobs a little bit, but
While he's standing on it, I'm gonna put my finger on it and just apply pressure little by little to see
Okay.
if I'm trying to gauge whether or not 300 is its limit.
okay, so you're gonna do
That's my assumption.
you're gonna do 80 amounts of pressure, which is poking.
Oh, he said 220. Then yeah, I'll put my foot on it then and see if because I weigh 350.
Okay. As you put more and more weight on it, eventually your foot will hit the ground.
Burly boy.
Okay. So I can go, and Ola can go by ourselves. No one else can go. I'm
What
open
if-
to... Go ahead, Doc.
Because guesstimating, if I take my armor off and give it to Alder to take up there, my armor weighs 65 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I would weigh less than what I'm assuming this thing holds.
I'm just gonna toss this out there. We ended up having those lizard folk literally chasing us as we got down that thing. So there's still a real possibility that they're on their way here right now, and we're spending a lot of time just trying to discuss what we're going to do. So I think we need to figure it out sooner rather than later.
So the carpet's out. I think we just put up a wall, and we take long rests, and we wait.
I think so too.
Probably
Alright.
the best shot we got.
Where do we want to do this wall?
In front of the opening of... Do we want to do it that way, or we want to do the wasp nest idea?
Justin, can you pull up the map again?
Sure. The map isn't a gauge of how big the drop is, though.
No, I just want to see what the room looks like. If there's somewhere
Okay.
we could reasonably do a fake wall, you know?
I will say that like I said, the entire room is open. Like this is solid. It's slick because
It's not water.
Oh, that's
Got
not
it.
water?
Not anymore. No.
Wait, so it was water before?
Yes, and then when you unlocked the puzzle, platforms raised up, and it was one even surface with the platform.
Okay, so this is
Got
all
it.
stone, but it is a stone bridge. Right, there's still a
It,
bridge and there's space.
I will say no, that the platforms are flush with the bridge.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, even if we try and if there's going to be an open top, uh, as far as my understanding is, lizard folk will probably be able to climb over that and get right into where we're trying to rest. So I really don't like any of our options.
Is there? I'm gonna search around the room. Is there another? Is there like a handle or like for like a passage of some kind? Probably not the one
There.
that should do this, but
Go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
18.
18. You kind of circle around the walls and you don't really see like another kind of secret passageway. It looks like it's kind of a one in, one out sort of ordeal.
Got it. So that's the only way out.
What if we
Yeah,
just close up
Drem.
the door?
What up? What door?
Wasn't there? I mean, there's this passageway right here where we came in.
Like where the stairs are?
I guess doorway, yeah, passageway. If we just put a 6-inch wall, we should be able to cover that, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean,
I can,
how
I can
is
make a
it?
passage or close a passage.
I'm sorry?
No, that I can make a passageway through a wall, or I can take the wall and overlap it to close it. So I guess I can stone shape it to close it.
Let's do that. I'm just going to be decisive. Let's do it. And, you know, if we have to fight some lizard people in the night, then we have to fight some lizard people in the night.
All right. And we'll just take shifts. So I'll go take the clay that I still have in my hands and smear the stone to shut the bottom of the stairway
Okay.
to be a flush wall completely.
Got it. Okay.
I'm earth bending.
Nice.
Get rid of this boy. Okay. So you completely have the entire room to yourselves.
Donna's going to kind of go off this way. And he's going to start swinging the mace and the greatsword and see which one he likes better.
Okay. What vibes is he getting?
I don't know.
Great.
Real quick, I'm gonna detect magic and just look at all the shit that he just grabbed.
Okay. I will say you get from his bag you get a few things that ping. The mace lights up and the sword also lights up.
Okay.
And obviously the carpet.
I think I learned a school. I'm reading it real quick. I think I learned a school of magic. Yes.
I'm sorry?
So I learned a school of magic as well. That
You learn the
eliminating.
school of magic. Let me see here. You get a detection of. It doesn't give me a school.
I'm assuming the carpet's enchantment. Or wait.
It is. Yeah, it doesn't. The items don't give me a school for it, unfortunately. But I will say that you get different enchantment from those different items.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'm going to say Donna's a fan of the mace. He likes
The mace?
the weight and how heavy it is.
Heads up, that mace is magical.
Magical how? What does it do?
I'm not sure, but I'm detecting magic emitting from it.
What about this thing? And I'll hold out the greatsword.
You said it was the mace, the greatsword, and the carpet, right?
Carpet, and then you have things kind of popping out of his bag that he put in.
Yeah, the big greatsword is magical as well, and then there's a few items in your bag as well.
Oh, sweet. And I'll like kind of sit down and take them out.
Okay.
Not
So-
all magic is good magic. Keep that in mind.
There is
Oi.
a cloak. There is the ocarina, this kind of wooden bowl, and the amethyst stone.
Hey, Donner, can I see that ocarina?
Yeah.
I'd like to take a look at the bowl and that amethyst if I could.
Whoa, 2 things.
I just-
Greedy.
I mean, you can say no. I'm
No,
curious.
it's fine. And I put the amethyst in the bowl and I just kind of hand it to him. I'm going to mess around with the cloak as well and the mace and the sword, and I'm going to try and figure out which one I like better.
3 things, greedy.
Greedy.
I mean-
Also, side note, what happened to Donner not being caring about material
Materialistic.
possessions?
I mean, he found all of them, so...
Actually, I saved your ass, so...
And I'm Dremel.
So...
And this cloak says Versace, so
I'm more of a Gucci
Actually,
gang.
Alder, you can take a closer look at the cloak if you'd like.
yeah, sure. So
3
investigation.
things? God.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Ooh, 9.
9. You kind of look at the inlay. The way it kind of looks, it's this very light, lacy. It's this light green, and the trim around it looks to be written in Elven.
Oh shit.
What?
No, this is it's Elvish.
Oh shit! Let me see.
Do I not
That's
get
right.
to keep anything that I found? Do you
No,
guys
I'm not
just
saying
take
that.
everything away from me?
No, I'm not even saying I want to keep any of this stuff. I just want to try and get a closer look at what it all is.
Yeah,
Till
I'll walk.
it's in your hands and then on your back.
I'll
And
walk
I don't
over.
have it anymore.
I'll walk over to Alder so I can read it with him.
Okay, do you read Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
As do I.
Yes.
What?
No
So,
way.
Alder, as you're looking at the inlay of the trim, it says in Elvish, sneak, silent, quiet, just different kind of synonyms for like hide.
Oh, this might be really cool.
Oh shit. Hey, Alder, I'm pretty fucking big. Think I could get that?
I mean,
mean-
it's on my body right now.
Oh, I
and
thought
I'm
he was
standing
holding it.
right here.
It does have a hood, Donner, as well.
DM,
Yes.
Here.
I am wearing boots of elven kind. Do
You are.
they look familiar?
They look similar.
All right. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's a fair assumption.
So while so if it's on Donner, you know how those like pickpocket people will like manipulate people's bodies so that the cloaks or watches will come off. I'm gonna attempt to do that while being very complimentary to Donner.
Okay, do a sleight of
I-
hand for me.
Will not allow that to happen at all.
Well, you
Him
can't control
touching
that
you?
if he's really good.
I will not let him touch me, no.
Okay,
So what
go
do I
ahead
do?
and
What do I roll?
You don't even know the kind of ruse he's pulling.
roll a
Dremel, come on.
roll a strength and roll opposing strength checks
Okay.
as you two start bickering.
Me and Manu are just sitting back and watching this.
Correct.
And I'm just sitting there saying, "Don't rip it, don't rip it, don't rip it, don't rip it."
18 on the strength check.
17 on the strength check.
Ooh. So he kind of puts you in this weird half Nelson as he whips back as your arms go back. As Dremel, you have this cloak in your hands, a little less graceful than you would have liked. As Manu is standing next to Thok, and he has his hands in his face, or his face in his hands, and he's just kind of looking and watching this unfold.
I just shrug my shoulders while I look at him. I'm like,
You're gonna do me like that, Trim? You're just gonna take it?
Well, I'm just gonna hold it for now, and then.
Oh, so you ran away during the fight, find something you like, and then you show up again.
Run
Got it.
away? I did a
That's how
shitload
it's
of
gonna-
damage. You saw that shiny pillar of light and all the death
you-
that I sent from my hands.
See me? Oh, the death you sent from your hand that you missed like twice.
I missed
and
once.
Is that what the same?
Will you both
mean-
shut up?
No. So
And
you're just gonna take it?
I take the cloak and then I hug him. So I'm wrapping him around like a burrito.
You're wrapping him in the cloak.
Well, like we're wrapped together. So I have it on my back, and then I use that to like hug him. Be like, it's okay, man.
Is it on you, or did you put it on?
Yeah, like I fling it around so that I'm holding the sides, and then I use that to
it's like a very open kimono.
Yeah, so I bear hug him.
Hell yeah.
You get
your bear
no
hug,
Penelope time ever again. She's mine now.
You already haven't let me see her for days, as I'm nuzzling his head.
Because she's not come out in days. Why would we let a big chicken loose?
Because
for
we
no
talked
reason?
about custody, and you're already breaking our agreement.
We're together. What does it matter?
I want to spend quality time. That is my love language.
Donna, yeah, he's just gonna, I guess, mess around with the mace and the greatsword and see which one he likes better. And then Dremel's gonna take that one, so he'll get the other one.
Okay. So
the other what?
The one I like, you'll take, and then I'll get my second choice.
Oh, that seems fair.
Okay. So Drem, while Donner's kind of feeling everything out, you put the hood up on the cloak, and as you do, you kind of see that it kind of shifts and forms, and it looks like it starts to mimic the wall behind you. And as you kind of turn around, it looks like it camouflages in with the wall itself, as this is a cloak of elven kind. And it does give you advantage on stealth checks. Basically, the cloak's color shifts to camouflage wherever you are. But pulling the hood up or down will require an action.
And that's what activates the
enchantment,
advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I'm going to look at the bracer, too, that I found that says glory.
Yeah. It says glory in kind of a common language. There's nothing mystical about it, but it is a nice, bracer forearm. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, I believe, Drummel.
What's that?
Who did I interrupt? I'm sorry, I interrupted someone.
I think it was Mike.
Oh no, I just said nice. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then you still have the mace, the sword, the bowl, the stone, and the ocarina.
I still have the wooden bowl and the amethyst that I was looking at. He put them together, but I'm going to separate the two of them to take a closer look.
Okay, go ahead and roll Arcana checks for me.
One for each?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. This is going to be with luck. 2 and a 16. You can choose which one goes to which.
Okay. The bowl, you're not quite sure what it does. The shard, it looks like it is obviously magical in nature. You're not quite sure what it does. You would probably need some kind of identify with it.
Gotcha.
Same with the bowl. Possibly.
Cool. I'm like, yeah, I think my magic juice is pretty much up for the day, guys. I can't really tell what these are. So maybe once we get out of here, maybe we could find someone who might be a little bit more well-versed to give us more information on them.
Do you think potentially, like, sitting with them for an hour may help tap into their magical energy?
I will say that that's probably possible, but until I have a better idea of what they can do, I think that's probably a bad idea.
Did you use detect magic to figure stuff out?
I did.
Doc did.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, but not identify magic or whatever else it would be.
Yeah. Since we don't know the schools of magic, would I have at least been able to tell whether it's like good energy or bad energy? Like, hey, if you touch this, it's gonna drain all life out of you, or hey, this is gonna give you life. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I know schools of magic are tricky with items.
Right. I will say, let me just double check. I don't believe any of them are attunement. Give me one sec.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, one of them it looks like is attunement. Let me check the other one.
Is it just Mike specifically or all the items?
I'll just say for all the items, just to make
Sure.
it a little bit easier. The only thing that seems to be attunement is the sword.
Got it.
Can you tell us if anything is cursed?
No.
I think that's more good to detect good and evil or evil and good. Once we take a long rest, I can prepare it, but I'm tapped out. Like I have no spells.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling rough as well.
I have
So everybody go lay down. I'm gonna take first watch. I'm gonna keep the greatsword on my back. I'm not gonna attune to it, and I'm gonna have the
Okay.
mace with me, just in case some stuff comes in.
Okay.
I'll take a second watch.
Second watch. Okay.
And Thok is relatively beat, so I'll just take the last 2 watches and I'll do my trance instead of a regular sleep.
Okay. Okay, Donner, what are you doing during your watch?
I'm gonna try and reach out to Geffen.
Mhm.
I'm also going to make sure to try and keep an ear out for any kind of movement or any attacks on the wall that are,
Okay.
keeping us safe. But yeah, that's what I'm going to make an effort to do.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a religion check for me as you try to reach out to Giffen.
Nope, that's a 3.
So you're kind of reaching out and trying to concentrate, and you're trying to retrace your steps of where you were earlier when you kind of blacked out. And unfortunately, you aren't able to get to that headspace. You are keeping one ear out as well for any kind of intruders, but your watch is fairly quiet. Are you doing anything else on your watch?
I'm going to mess with the mace a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of see if I feel any different. Take a couple of swings. Try not to make any noise. I'm not going to try and like hit a wall or anything.
Okay.
But just kind of see how I get a feel for it and whatnot.
Okay. I mean, it has a hefty weight to it. It is a bludgeoning kind of weapon. I mean, it depends on. You would have to really hit something to get an idea of what it can do.
I'm gonna hit something when I go to wake Dremel up for second watch.
Okay. What are you gonna hit?
I'm gonna hit. Is
Not
there any
me.
pieces of the stone dinosaur thing you left?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bop that thing right in the face.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a attack.
What would it be? A plus
Just your strength.
19.
19. Okay. So it increases to about 22 when you hit the dinosaur, and it just kind of bang goes through it, and it wakes obviously everyone who's around up because it makes a very loud noise, and it actually turns it to dust, and yeah, it just immediately just hits it.
I like you, and I kind of put it, hang it on my belt, and I go, "Okay, Drem, you're up."
Oh, shit. Oh, man, what a way to wake up.
Doc,
Yeah,
you
I
also
know.
wake up from this, and Alder, your trance breaks.
what the fuck.
Hey, it would have been way quieter if I would have got the cloak, so it's fine. It's not a big deal.
All right, petty mayonnaise. You go
Who are you,
sleep.
me?
now. All right, you go sleep now. And I'll be here. Yeah. Doc, you go back to sleep too.
All right.
All right, Drem. What you doing during your watch?
Well, for the first while I'm waiting for all them to go to sleep, I'm gonna pull out that ocarina.
Okay.
And just try to play a little bit of music.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a performance for me.
Performance. Where's it at? I believe that's a 7.
7. You get a couple of sharp notes, but you're pretty competent with different kind of flute or windpipe instruments.
Ooh, damn! I'm rusty.
Yeah, you're a little rusty.
But after that, I will do my what time is it now?
Really kind of hard to tell. Internal clock, you could think it'd probably be close to your meditation time, so you can do so if you'd like.
Yep, I'd like to do the meditation, please.
Okay. You drop your goofy Dremel face and just kind of reconcentrate while everyone's sleeping. And eventually you pull back up, get that happy face back on, and then doing anything else in particular.
I will write in my journal
Okay.
and just keep an ear out for any noises or anything that stands out that shouldn't be in this room.
Okay. It's honestly it's relatively quiet. Nothing kind of flickers or moves. You only hear the occasional cave sounds of water dripping and things moving in the water, but nothing to the extent of what you've been through. So nothing to cause alarm at the moment. And then if you are done, go ahead and I'll have you wake Alder.
Cool. Then I will. I'll move over to Alder, and I will try to play music again, real close to him. But I'll start real quiet and then get louder over time. Also I will cast dancing lights and have them slowly come up behind me, so it's like a morning sunrise.
That's nice. Go ahead and roll another performance for me.
At advantage because I'm nice.
No.
That sucks because it's a 7.
So the lights start to kind of like blare, like you're trying to concentrate on too many things, and Alder, you just hear it's almost like a really bad rave, and it's like shitty recorder music.
I was gonna say it's like the kazoo or recorder version of Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yes. So it's that, and your eyes kind of just flutter open and they refix, and Dremel is trying to put forth this gesture for you, but it's coming out bad.
Lennon, your new toy friend.
I'm trying, man. I wanted to give you like a nice sunrise, but all that came out was I tried, man.
Keep at it. I believe in you. I think you can get it.
Well, I'm gonna try to sleep again.
No problem. I'll keep an eye out for the last couple hours.
And Dremel goes to lay down.
Okay. And then Alder, what are you doing during your watch?
I am going to obviously keep an ear out for any noises of things that might be on their way towards us, so that way I can be prepared, because it seems as though things that are bad usually like to happen on my watch. And aside from that, if things do seem like they're relatively calm, I will continue to like kind of just take a look at the amethyst and the bowl, and also read my Gentleman's Guide to Conversation.
Okay. So the amethyst shard is just, unfortunately, a shard. You can't really figure out what it does without experimenting with it, and you'd have to tell me specifically what you wanted to do with it. And then the bowl, the bowl is just kind of, it's a bowl. It has a kind of inscription at the bottom of it, but it seems to be in a language you don't fully understand. Gotcha. Almost like it's arcanic rune. You just don't know what the bowl does.
Cool. Fair enough.
And then
but yeah,
kind of thumb through
that, and I guess maybe since I can't really communicate with anyone, and I didn't bring Aya down with us. Only other thing that I would end up doing is Maybe just taking a look at some of the thank you drawings that the kids gave us before we left.
Okay. So you kind of do that. You kind of thumb through the book. You kind of look through the different pictures and just kind of remember those different interactions that you've had as your watch is fairly quiet. Thok, we will come to you. Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom. That is. Wait, nope, that's an ability check. There we go. Wisdom. 18.
18. Okay. They also rolled a natural 18. So I think it's higher. Just give me one sec. Yeah. Okay. So as you kind of rest, your skin is kind of battered and beaten with sands and wind whipping that you're all too familiar with after the past few years. As you kind of look up and you see that, as I've described before, instead of this amethyst sky, you see kind of this rose pink quartz sky that's just kind of pulsing, and this beam of just pink light that's coming far in the distance that seems to be closer from the last time you saw it. And next to you, you see Manu, and he looks very confused as he looks at you, and then he looks back at the light source, and he goes, "What is this?"
Is this real? Like,
Real like how? We're in your head. What the fuck is this?
this is my dream. This is what I see all the fucking time.
Yeah, no, this is when I was fucking with you. This is when I was trying to communicate with you. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not doing this.
Then what? I don't know what's doing this.
And you just kind of hear this. Interesting. Hello, Manu. Garrosh. I'll be seeing you soon. As Manu kind of looks at you, and he's still very, very confused. He's like, I'm not doing this.
Who are you?
And you hear just this slight, almost like you can hear a smile as it goes, I'm very close to you. I have a new master now.
Sure. Wait, but sorry, I didn't understand what he said.
It said, I am someone who is close to you,
Okay.
and I have a new master now.
I have a new master now. Who's your new master?
She is mighty, and I dare not speak her name. As you hear boom, the pounding of death's drums, but they seem distorted, almost like there's an interference.
Who's mighty enough to... I don't even know what to ask. Is this what you want, or is this something that you've been put against your will?
Something I didn't know I needed at the time. Enlightenment. But I do need to exact my revenge on you, Garrosh, for you have wronged me.
Knowing, finally adding two and two together who it was. Like, well, we'll see how that goes.
I guess we will. And don't count on your new god or your old god saving you from this.
Don't worry. I won't.
And Manu looks at you and he's like, why do you seem calm? You seem calm. What the fuck is this? Why are you calm?
The god that you've always been meaning to meet. I introduced you Anubis.
And you hear a dry kind of chuckle. You hear Anubis. No. Anubis was a weak pelt that I followed. No. I found enlightenment. And I will purge Anubis, Pelor, and every other god that you take in.
Then if you're not Anubis, then who are you?
I am death. And Manu goes, that's comforting. And he looks actually more relaxed now. And he goes, I think we have a heretic on our hands.
Maybe.
We'll see you soon, Cupcake.
Yep.
As you and Manu kind of turn your back to this light as you're walking the other direction. And your legs feel a little bit like jelly as you kind of see Manu's legs are a little bit wobbly before you do wake up and your rest is over. So you all take the benefits of a long rest. As Alder, you are eventually going to wake everyone up, I assume.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Sorry, I was practicing my Robert De Niro face into the camera while that story was being told.
Okay.
I'll be like, all right, guys. I've been keeping internal time. It's been about 4 hours. Good morning. And then I bow as if it was something that I learned from my book.
I would say you curtsy.
Curtsy? Okay, curtsy, yeah. Charmed.
And you take the longer pieces of your cloak and just curtsy.
Of course. I mean, I'm not going to be a fucking fool.
Of course not. As Donner and Dremel, you see Alder curtsying, and Thok, you just kind of get up, and Manu is immediately just kind of face to face with you, and he's like, I have no idea what the fuck that is. I'm still weirded out by that.
If it was my first time, I would be too, but since it's not.
But it's
now
not.
I know
Once
it's
again,
not you.
And it's not death. What the fuck was that?
What exactly is death, though?
Anubis, that you would call him, Hades, as other would call him. Death is one person.
Yes.
There's
but
only
so is
two avatars. There's only two gods of death, and one of them is very quiet.
The Raven Queen?
Yes. Don't say a name.
And we're all hearing this, right?
Yeah, you're hearing the one side of the conversation.
Hey, Thok. Can you elaborate a little bit about this death?
Sorry.
I'm sure you're probably talking to your ghost Manu friend, but
I'm not a ghost. If I was ghost, I'd be dead, and then I'd be at peace and not here.
Yes, I'm talking
As
to my
Alder
friend.
is
He
still
says
talking.
hi. Yep. He says hi.
well, I mean, Ghost Manu, I think you're a great guy, and I appreciate your help and your friendship and companionship. But what about this death?
It's a long story. This is probably not the time or the place. He's mad at me, not y'all. So I'm sure like 80% that you're fine. So I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Well, what did you do?
I pretty much spit on the old god of death.
You shit on him. Just say that.
Essentially.
Wow.
I denounced him. I thought I told y'all.
Hey, Thok, I'm really digging this backstory and stuff. But what does this sword do? I mean, you
Swear.
said we could wait until the morning and you would look at it and tell me what it does, and I want to know what it does.
So you immediately just shoved the sword in his face while he's talking.
100%.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Not
Well,
blade first.
I haven't prepared my spells from last night, so
Yeah.
Well,
If
look,
you have
I have-
spells, now would be the time to prepare them.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
working on that.
I was having a
don't-
nightmare. Or
I don't
a
have those.
vision or something.
Cool. What does the sword do?
Swords swing, usually.
It cuts stuff.
But like, it's a magic
stab
sword.
people.
So what else does it do? You told me it was magic. This is your fault, technically.
Oh my god, here. I'm just gonna stand right in front of him. I'm like, swing at the shield and find out.
But it's not one of those. It's not one of those magic thingies. You know, fun. And I sheath it and put it on my back, and I just wait.
I just told you to attack me with the thing.
But we have to attune to it. We know that.
Oh,
And I'm
the
not.
sword.
I'm not attuned to it.
I
So
forgot the sword was the one that you needed attunement for.
it's just a sword right now. So
I don't have.
Can you do any tricks with it?
like sword tricks.
Yeah, like a flip or like swallow it. I don't know. You had 2 hours last night.
Yeah, I was playing with the mace.
Oh, so can you do any mace
Yeah.
tricks?
Yeah, and I'll smash it on a one of the statues that's kind of laying around and make it dissolve again.
Here,
Okay,
give me the
you
sword.
It makes a very large booming noise as you break this construct.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Mace
trick.
tricks. Mace tricks.
Danger school. So Thok, very annoyed, says, "Give me the sword." So you can give him the sword if you'd like.
I give him the sword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit down, like cross-legged on the floor, put the sword on my lap, and I'm gonna look at Manu, and I'm like, did you ever by any chance have the ability to identify an object? Ever? When you were alive?
Give me 1 sec. Let me pull him up.
I figured if I've been able to tap to your abilities before, now would be a great time to do it again.
And he sits crisscross in front of you, and he looks, and he concentrates, and he goes, "No, I have no idea what this thing is. There's a sword, and it's pretty great."
Well, the only thing I can do is detect evil and good.
Okay.
So,
Do swords have alignments?
I could tell if things are anything within 30 feet of me is magically consecrated or desecrated. So if it gives off holy energy or the opposite.
Okay.
So I do that.
Okay. You get a slight necrotic vibe from it.
Okay. Well, Donna, I don't know exactly what it does, but it does give off some necrotic energy. So I'm assuming whatever it does, it's not exactly good, but that could potentially be to the person that you're swinging at. I don't
Okay.
know if there's any side effects to the wielder, though. That I can't tell.
That's fine. I'm gonna walk back in the room and put the sword back in the corner.
In the corner of the room?
Yep.
Or where you left it?
Like
Or
I'm
where you
gonna
found
leave it. I'm gonna leave it behind us.
Okay.
Oh, fuck that. I take the sword back. I was
Okay.
like, I'm like, you might as well take everything with you. I
Why?
have no use for it,
If
but
it's bad, then why would we want it?
it just
Could always
gives off
sell it.
necrotic. It could always, if you potentially,
Really nice to do to
I
someone.
mean, I cast Toll the Dead, and that's necrotic energy, and it helped bring down that thing that almost killed you.
What if we sell an evil thing to an evil person? Then they're getting what they want, and everybody's winning.
Well, it gives off necrotic energy. It's not evil. Like, it's just
Okay.
the energy that it gives.
I get it. I don't want it. It's fine. I'll just take my mace. I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. Can we go? I have some questions I want to ask this big giant snake guy. And the sooner we get out of here, the sooner we can get there and we can ask our questions.
Then I'll take the sword and I'll sheath it.
Okay.
The
Should I write just sword?
I'm sorry.
It's a great sword.
Okay.
It's a great sword.
DM, what's left of that dinosaur that we fought?
It's just rocks and rubble at this point. There's
Okay.
no like teeth you can take from it.
Okay, so can I look through the rubble just in case?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
26.
No, you don't really find much. I mean, it's been between it actually getting beaten and then beaten extra by Donner. There isn't a lot to it left. Just more rocks.
Is there like a pointy tooth-shaped rock?
No,
Done a smash.
there's not a pointy tooth shaped rock.
All right. I walk away, but I hang my head and Charlie Brown music plays behind me.
And for some reason, a beagle gets off of a doghouse and just kind of walks with you. And it has a canary next to it.
What's my mace so I can add it to my inventory?
It is a mace of smiting.
Oh, tight.
And then
So I'll look at Alda and just be like, "Hey, so we're going to be cloud people? Can we get out of here for cloud people?"
I mean, we're still kind of closed in by this stone wall, so gotta get that down. We can't just go through a wall.
I mean, not with that attitude.
Got him.
No, it's not with that attitude. It's like physically we can't do that.
But what about magically?
Magically, no, we can't do that either. There needs to at least be some type of way to get through the wall in order for us, or to get past the wall in order for us to do that. And also, just to double check, because I'm trying to remember, I believe that I left Aya with Gaba, correct?
you did.
Okay. So I'm just making sure that if we do wind walk out of here, that in doing such, I'm not going to leave her behind at the temple, outside of the temple. So that's
No.
more so. I was like, I think I did, but I wanted to double check. So
No.
So realistically, if we can get a hole, like even just a decent sized hole, we can make it work.
Sounds
Cool.
like you, Thok.
Got it.
I mean, just in case there's things on the other side, I wouldn't even say a big hole because we could probably just wind right past them if that's the case.
I put my ear against the stone. Do
Mhm.
I hear anything on the other side of the wall?
Roll an investigation.
Investigation. Oh, 15.
15. You don't really hear a lot on the other side of the wall.
How big of an area do you need?
I mean, the hole for us to get through because we basically turn into a cloud, so we're kind of. I think the word is corporealated into something like that.
It's definitely
Squishy.
the word. You nailed it. That book is doing you so good.
I'm learning all the words, you know. Some say that I might have the best words.
Pretty soon you're going to be the big brain boy.
boy.
Probably not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm still the smartest. Fuck you.
Lord, I take some clay, and I'm gonna kind of go up as high as I can reach in case these people are like smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make the hole about yay wide that we can get through as clouds, but up like 7 feet, 7.5 feet in the air, I guess. Maybe
Okay.
8.
Okay.
And,
So you're able to bore this hole.
Mhm. There you go.
All right then, boys. Ready to head back to Gaba?
Oh, not really. I hate this part.
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell him, I'm like, you'll be all right, and I'll take another one of my vials of holy water and spread it on the ground, and cast Windwalk on us yet again, so we can fly our way back to Gava.
Okay. So the four of you Jumanji dust into this very one corporeal cloud. As you go through the hole, you do see the occasional lizard person as you're able to channel through and go up the spout. For the trap with the grate, you're able to still pass through and snake your way up before you're able to hit the outside of the temple.
And then on to
Where Zunu.
Zunu, that guy.
Yes. Eventually, you are able to make your way. It does take a few hours, but you're able to get back to outside of Zunu's temple, where you originally had all started your journey.
Is that where? Did we leave Gava and Arya?
Correct.
Outside of Zunu's temple, yes.
And I believe
Oh.
Gava said he would stay there for a
3
few
days.
days.
Oh, no,
Yeah. I just
Justice.
got confused. I thought we had left them outside of the other temple.
No,
No.
they did not come with you.
And then it takes us a minute to shift back, right?
Yeah. Takes you a little bit, and eventually the four of you corporealize. I believe it's only Thok that keeps throwing up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a con save, Thok.
Con save. Well, that's a natural 2 so far.
You immediately just go, bleh, and Manu's next to you, and he goes, "You're pathetic."
Exorcism.
Fuck you.
As soon as Donna his foot hits the ground, he's making a beeline to Zunu's to the front door, essentially of the temple.
Okay, so
Hey, Donner, hold up.
No, and he's going. He's just walking.
We should find out what these tablets are.
He's walking. He is going.
All right, I'm going to turn to Alder, who has the tablets.
Yeah, I'm the one holding the tablets.
All right. Alder, let's take a look at these before we go barreling in like that.
Yeah, I'd rather not go in like a bat out of hell. And I'm assuming we want to see if Gava's here as well. I'd like to see Aya.
I mean, as you guys kind of recoalesce, Aya eventually immediately just lands back onto your shoulder the minute she sees you. And, you immediately just stroke under her chin as you kind of look around, and eventually you hear the creaking of old grung bones as Gava climbs from the tree that he was in, and he goes, "You are alive. I only see 3 of you. Where is Donna?"
He's already on his way in to see Zunu, and we still have the tablets, so I'm not sure exactly why he decided to just run in without us trying to get any more information, but here we are, so he's eager.
I see that. Okay. So, you survived the lizard folk, and you are all in one piece. That is very good.
Yeah,
I was
we
concerned.
We didn't see too much of the lizard folk, but there was basically a giant stone T-Rex that we had to fight. That was fun.
What is a T-Rex?
Big.
It's like a lizard, but with tiny arms, and then no teeth for me to take afterward.
Blame Donna
see.
for the way that he killed it.
Just no teeth. I just want teeth.
Okay. Okay. What are you guys doing with the slabs? And Thok, what are you doing?
I mean, I would just ask Gava if he knows anything about what they might say.
Okay. Let me look up real quick, and then Thok, what are you doing?
I'm just listening and observing, not really doing much.
Yeah, you're just kind of thinking about everything. He kind of looks and he goes, "Unfortunately, it is not in Grung. I'm not too familiar with these languages."
Understood. And then I'll say, what about these? And then I'll pull out the crystal in the bowl.
That seems to be a very nice bowl in crystal.
Yeah, they were giving Off-Thok a magic vibe, but it's not any kind of magic that I'm familiar with, so I kind of can't really see what they're capable of. But I didn't want to like try and utilize them or anything without figuring out what they do first. So I don't know if you have any idea.
I do not. I'm sorry. I know that they seem to be arcanic, but I'm not familiar with this magic.
Well, good thing we're about to go see an all-knowing being who we just did a crazy task for, right?
Yes. Also, I'm not going in there again. I will also be staying out here.
Okay, I'll have Aya stay with you if that's okay again.
No, that is perfectly fine. She is a good companion.
I know. And then I'll kind of stroke her chin and just say, good gal.
Yeah, she nuzzles.
While this conversation's going on, I want to be copying down the tablets into my journal.
Okay. So you're able to, in that time, kind of sketch down what each tablet says in one language and the other language. So Donner, you're immediately just beelining in the temple. It's very dark. Eventually, you kind of see those eyes again that are kind of looking around, and you hear, "Just one, and no
No.
tab."
There's others, and they have the tablets. I was just kind of hoping that they could move a little faster. I've got business, so
And it waves and back and forth. Would you like me to wait before guiding you?
how much stuff in here can kill them?
Including me?
Yeah.
All of it.
Okay. Then yeah, let's wait.
Okay. So you kind of stop and impatiently you just kind of crouch down as you're trying to make sure you're keeping limber. I'm going to assume the three of you are going to eventually migrate to the inside of the temple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
we do that, just kind of, I don't remember. Did we get any information about the tablets from Ashiki? Did he know
Not
what
that
they
I'm-
were?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
We didn't talk to Ashiki about the tablets as far as I recall.
Right.
Maybe we should before we go in. This is kind of the thought. I'm thinking maybe you message him, see if he knows anything about what these are. I'm just very worried about giving some ancient tablets to an all-knowing being who is clearly trying to kill things.
Do we have a specific name on what these tablets are? Like, are they just stone tablets from lizard folk?
I'd say tablets that have to do with Ubtao.
Ubtao.
In 2 different languages.
Do we know what the languages are?
I know
What
one
languages do you guys speak?
common elvish giant.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm pulling it
And
up
then
right
I
now.
would be able to recognize whatever the language was on the statues, which
Yeah.
some sort of lizard something.
Yep. So one of them is in that like lizard folk kind of speech.
So one's in
Um,
lizard folk, but this other one
okay.
I don't know.
Dwarvish, Orcish, Primordial.
You actually do pick up on one of them. One of them is written in primordial.
Oh. That one is written in Primordial. Can I read what it says?
So it looks like it's different kind of, I wouldn't say like commandments, but they're like lists of duties to do under Ubtao, which is the first one you get: hunt for strength and for food, not for sport. Destroy false idols. Bring forth from the primordial slime greater glory.
I'll read that out loud to Dremel.
I guess they don't seem that bad. It seems like a bunch of rules.
Well, I guess rules were meant to be broken.
Yeah. Well, if it's not like a summoning thing, I guess we can go in.
If you want, I can send Ishiki a message real quick. Worst case scenario, if he doesn't know anything, then he doesn't know anything. We just won't have time for him to do any research.
Yeah, let's see if he knows anything about it. Tell him one's in lizard folk, one's in primordial, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Good.
Good call.
I'm gonna cast sending to Ishiki.
Okay. Okay.
And say, "Hi Ishiki. Question: We found tablets with lizard folk about Ubtao. 2 of them written in primordial and lizard folk. Do you know anything about them?"
Okay.
Damn, that was perfect.
Few moments pass, and you kind of hear a reply of, "Oh fuck, I'm not sure. I would have to really look at the tablets to determine what they say." Does that make sense?
And I repeat it. So, yeah. And you said you wrote it down. Do we know that you wrote it down in your journal? I assume so.
If you guys were paying attention, I mean, I wasn't trying to hide it.
Yeah. Or actually, I can tell him what one of them says in primordial. Yeah, I'll cast sending one more time and say, "Fuck, me and Carlos already forgot what they say." As many as 25 words can bring me from that tablet that I can say to Ishiki.
Okay.
So I'll try to like condense it and like be like, hunt for strength, not sport, and like try to like, you know what I mean? Not
You
make
try
a
to
full
convey the
sentence
message.
in 25 words.
It sounds like they are guidelines for any follower of Ubtao. I don't see any harm with it as of right now.
Yeah, so he doesn't see any harm with it as of right now, at least with the tablets. They're just guidelines, it seems. So, should we go in?
I guess so.
We've outsourced our blame, so sure.
Yeah. Better to be safe than sorry.
Agreed.
We walk in.
Okay. As the three of you kind of walk in, Donner, you're just kind of eyeing down these two eyes. As the three of you kind of reconvene, and we can either decide to keep going to Zunu if you have questions in mind, or we can stop here.
I'm ready to go.
I do not have questions in mind.
I will take the majority.
Oh God, I'm indifferent because I'm between 2 questions.
I didn't.
I mean, we
have
don't
any,
even know how many questions we have, so.
Exactly.
I didn't have any questions in particular planned because I'm relatively indifferent to the situation as a whole. That was kind of what was discussed with me, anyways. So I kind of defer to the group.
So we got 1 yes, 1 no, and 2 indifference.
Welcome to our group.
Welcome to the team.
So I'll say, if we want to get Donner to at least ask the question, we can hang there. That could be the end.
And then end at his question.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that if you'd like.
It's up to you, Donner.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're the cliffhanger.
Yeah. I'm the cliffhanger and the water breather, but not really because I died.
You're bad at breathing water.
Yeah, you are.
It's not your
good.
best.
It's a bad situation.
Okay. So the 4 of you follow the eyes of the 2 glowing eyes before coming back to that door. And I'm guessing, Donner, you're just pushing them open with both arms.
Yeah.
And it's back into that hazy, dark room. You don't see Zunu on his chair as you once again feel that all-encompassing voice. You're back sooner than I thought.
Well, you gave us a job and we did it. So,
Yeah, you did. Didn't you? How was the dinosaur?
he's dead now. So,
Yeah, I figured as much, but I can also see that some of you are a little worse for wear.
you gotta break a couple eggs to make a cake or something like that, right?
That sounds like it might be a thing. Yeah.
I don't bake, but yes.
So, have you brought me my slabs?
How many questions do we get each?
And you kind of hear a suggestion till I get bored.
Till you get bored. So, we're not promised any amount of, like, it could be one question and you're like, all right, it's done.
Possibly.
That doesn't seem fair, Zunu. We risked our
Fair.
lives.
Mm-hmm. For knowledge that you wanted.
Correct. But we also got knowledge that you wanted. So,
Yeah, knowledge I wanted. And you kind of hear him kind of sigh a little bit. He's like, you can just put him in the corner if you like.
so if you don't even want them, what was the point of sending us out there to get them?
It was a test, of course.
Okay.
So what's your question?
Hold on. Let me make sure I have the right. Out of game, Island
Okay.
of the Stormlord, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do I get to the Island of the Stormlord?
And there's a moment, and he breathes in. Looks like it is surrounded by water, so I would assume by boat.
But where is it?
And location 2 here, I'm guessing.
I mean, that would be beneficial to know. If you could provide a map of some kind, that would be appreciated.
Cannot provide a map. I am unfortunately not a cartographer, but it is south of here.
South of here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my compatriots aren't quite ready to ask you some questions, but I have more. But I'll defer for now, in hopes that they also at least get one question each.
Sure.
I have one for him.
And you kind of hear this. Yes, Doc.
Where, in comparison to where we are now, is the horizon and how far?
Meters in distance. Gotta pull up the map. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Bitch, you wish you was the map.
You ain't no map.
Damn it! I'm just backpack.
And
Dope
yeah,
as
you are.
fuck.
Is he?
He facilitates every single thing Dora does. Yeah.
Okay.
I have opinions.
You do. They're very strong and wrong.
Clearly.
After a moment, they are to the northeast, harbored known as the Saltstone Wharf. Now, that is a few miles out. You can either trek by foot or you are closer to another port in the city of Yetfin, which is southern from here. Or there's one at the Driftwood Harbor. Could get on a boat, and it would be a lot faster to get up there than by foot or by horse.
Driftwood Harbor?
Driftwood Harbor.
And which one of the two is closest to us right now? Yetvan or Driftwood Harbor?
If you make a straight line downward, Yetfin. If you go a little bit to the west, Driftwood.
Good. I have more questions, but again, I wish my compatriots to as well have their opportunity to ask what they need to ask.
Any thoughts?
Is that to me?
No, just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say out of game. Any thoughts to Zunu while you have him?
So out of game, I'm wondering if he sees Manu and if Manu can ask his own question that doesn't take away from ours.
That would be if he would choose to address Manu, but I mean,
But,
Yeah, out of game, I thought this was going to be next session, so I did not sit down and think about the questions.
okay. So we will end it there. So we have 2 questions down, and we have question mark that remain.
Yeah.
So think long and hard for the next week.
got it.
Sweet. Well, guys, thank you for watching another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Josh, would you like to read people's names and stuff?
Sure would. Gonna give a big shout out to another TV viewer, Atten, Commander Root, Hot Local Mom, Lurks, Fantatonic, who did a whole bunch of role playing in the chat, and Run DC.
Donner, he didn't like you.
Oh, really? I didn't even read it.
Oh yeah, no, he's like, they must kill Donner. I Donner smash Donner.
Damn.
I roll my d20 and smash him.
Well, a big thanks Run DC for the follow as well. Give you a
Oh,
little
thanks,
double bump
Darren.
there. Yeah, Darren's a good guy. And that's it.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys back here next week.
Hey.
Yay!
So long.
Cholula sponsor me.
Farewell.